All right, we got our CommonLit article. I had several requests from you all to assign another one. So here we go. I want you to focus on a couple things as we read. Number one, make sure you continue annotating. It's extraordinarily important that you do that. It's a great reading strategy. Number two, I want you to focus and on the main character in this story. Well, it's not really a story, but this article, and how resilient and how this person persevered through this tough time that she went through. And I want you to compare how her characteristics with kind of maybe how we are in the society right now, what we're going to have to be coming out of this COVID-19 shutdown stuff. We're going to have to probably be pretty resilient and persevere through a lot. In fact, you guys have already done a lot of that. So without further ado, let me read through this. So tonight, a friend and I took our tween girls to see the movie Soul Surfer about Bethany Hamilton, a teenage Hawaiian girl whose left arm was bitten off by a 14-foot tiger shark on Halloween. The title comes from a term used to describe surfers who surf because it is their passion, not just because of the competitions. The movie was an inspirational story of a brave young woman who, with determination, family support, and religious faith, was able to return to surfing, eventually winning a world championship and becoming a professional surfer. So check that out. That's pretty awesome. She was able to return and win a world championship, becoming a professional surfer. We're going to highlight that. That's big time. Bethany's story was truly inspirational and is a fine example of what psychologists call post-traumatic growth. I've never heard of that before. Let's highlight that. Say, I wonder what that is. Which is the ability to derive positive benefits from adversity. Okay, so although traumatic events such as a shark bite are painful and difficult, going through this experience may induce psychological maturity and a new appreciation of life. So let's do a quick comparison right quick. She went through a traumatic event, a shark bite. I don't really know if we can qualify this as a traumatic event. I'm sure it is for many of us, but or for a lot of people. But we will go through this experience and we will probably, it's my hope at least, that we will psychologically mature and grow from this and have a new appreciation for the things that we might have taken for granted before. So let's annotate that. Where'd my stuff go? Where are you? There we go. I'm getting there. Sorry, guys. All right. Well, I guess it doesn't want to let us do that anymore. Okay. Let's just continue reading and see. Oh, that one did it. Both qualitative and quantitative research has shown, these are two important words that you guys need to probably look up. Qualitative is going to be about quality, and quantitative is going to be about numbers, proof, data. Both qualitative and quantitative research has shown that people report psychological growth and positive changes following even highly... Oh, there we go. Cool. So following highly stressful events. So that's perfect proof for what we're going through right now. So yes, we can even report psychological growth through what we're going through now. So reports of growth are not just defensive attempts to present oneself to others in a positive light. Richard Tedeschi and Lawrence Calhoun, researchers at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte, constructed and validated a questionnaire called the Post-Traumatic Growth Inventory, PTGI, to assess 5 different aspects of growth. Below, I describe these aspects and how the concept is illustrated in Bethany's story. So, okay. Relating to others. Let's see what this is going to be about. Researchers studying individuals experiencing a variety of losses, including accidents, war zone development, serious illness, and bereavement, have found that let's see what bereavement is. Oh, yes, that's a period of grief or mourning. Have found that social support and relationships with others following the event are key predictors of psychological recovery. So there's one characteristic. Social support. In the Soul Surfer movie, Bethany's family members rally around her and provide both emotional and practical support. In a touching scene, her dad finds a way to put a rope handle on a surfboard to help her stay on it when she paddles out to the waves. Bethany also received support from a church youth leader, her best girlfriend, and a local boy. She received outpourings of support from people all over the world. Therefore, this trauma deepened Bethany's bonds with family and friends and gave her the opportunity to see how deeply people cared for her. So it deepened the bonds. So relating to others, that's a big one, guys. You have the support of your family, the support of your teachers, your community, your friends. New possibilities. Research on post-traumatic growth has also shown that the experience of trauma may lead people into new activities, lifestyles, and/or relationships that make life more meaningful or satisfying. So lead people into new activities, lifestyles, and/or relationships. It's good. Bethany went to Thailand with her church youth group and used her surfing skills to help children affected by the tsunami. Additionally, the heightened media exposure allowed her to become a spokesperson, providing hope and inspiration to other young people affected by trauma. According to the movie website, The Real Bethany is working to raise awareness of eating disorders and body image issues in teens. Very good, Bethany. So personal strength. Traumas can destroy self-esteem either because of the physical damage they cause or because belief that the world is fair may lead the person to feel that they did something to deserve such victimization. One aspect of resilience, this is going to be a big one, is reframing the event so as to restore self-esteem. Okay, let's see what I have to say about that. Bethany's determination to remain a competitive surfer provided her with the opportunity to face and overcome difficult challenges, thereby reinforcing her strength and courage. In fact, the trauma allowed her to find personal and spiritual strength that she never knew she had until she was tested in this way. Spiritual change. Many people find meaning in trauma by seeing it as a spiritual message to change the direction of their life. Spiritual message. Traumas can provide the impetus, which means the force that makes something happen. It can provide the impetus to give up drugs and alcohol and recommit to a healthy lifestyle. For example, ex-alcoholics may join Alcoholics Anonymous and see their spiritual purpose as helping others on the path to recovery. Bethany's family was religious prior to her accident, and she was actively involved with her church. While she questioned how God could have meant this fate for her, she resolved these doubts by determining that her path was to help and inspire the people facing trauma. The accident then led to a deepening of her faith. All right, let's keep going. A new appreciation of life. I think that's where I think a lot of us, this one right here, a new appreciation of life is going to be, the appreciation side of it's going to be huge for the whole world in this. People also report a greater appreciation of the life they have following trauma. Bethany lost a huge amount of blood and came very close to dying. And when people look death in the eye, they may realize how good it is just to be alive. Bethany's trip to Thailand was a turning point because she met people in situations worse off than hers. She felt tremendous compassion for a woman who had lost her family, leading Bethany to appreciate the close bond she had with her own family. When she learned to surf again with one arm, she experienced the joy of being able to do this. This part of the movie brought to mind psychologist Shelley Taylor's concept of downward comparison. Downward comparison, what is this? I'm going to highlight that. We can restore our self-esteem by comparing ourselves to people who are even worse off or to hypothetical worse outcomes, such as dying or being unable to surf again. Relative to these imagined fates, our current situation seems fortunate. Okay, so yes, a new appreciation on life. Okay, ours is going to be probably a new appreciation to be able to leave our house at any point that we want and go on spring break and go to Walmart, for heaven's sakes. We go to Walmart, or Harps or wherever you do your Aldi's. Usually our families would go on a routine basis and grocery shop. And now that's even become difficult to do because of the scare of the virus. So, let's see. While not everybody who experiences trauma has the resources, abilities, and family support that Bethany had, this movie is a beautiful, beautiful illustration of the human capacity to thrive even in the face of devastating events. Okay. And then look right here. If you have experienced a traumatic event or a difficult childhood, it may help to think about the personal strength that you showed to survive these events. Even if you made some mistakes or did some things you regret, you did what you had to do to survive, and that is something to be proud of. Then you have these 3 down here. Think about the things you have in your life currently. Think about what you have learned from going through difficulties. Know that growth and hope can coexist with grief, and that there will be ups and downs when one or other emotion dominates. All right. I hope this reading will allow you to answer the assessment questions better. If you need any help, just email me. Adios.